So it's been a little while, but I'd like to do a Remember Me video. If you'd like to stick around and watch that, or even just find out what that is, stick around. Okay, so we're going to be doing a Remember Me video. Welcome back, family. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. Now, what a Remember Me is that there are books that, they always hit the hot lists, and we all are, have our FOMO. And sometimes they get out of reach, and a lot of times people say, calm down, you'll pick it up when the price is down. But the problem is that a lot of times, months later, the interest is faded on it, and it's not being talked about. The prices come down, and we forget to buy it. And then when another spike hits and it goes back up, we're kicking ourselves in the butt that we didn't pick that up when the book had come down. And that is the whole purpose of this little series that I try to do called Remember Me, where I point out a few books that were hot months ago, and they've come down a bit in price, but I still think that they have the potential of going up again. And this would be a good time to refresh remind yourself to be on the lookout for these books, either online, in auctions, at shows, at your LCS, whichever. So if this is the kind of information that you like, then please let me know by smashing that like button, making sure that you're a subscriber to the channel, and drop a comment down below. So, but without any further ado, I have 5 books today that I want to discuss, and how much they've dropped thanks to JP's Budget Collecting, which I follow his channel, and he gives a lot of great information. He's comparing prices from when they were hot 6 months ago to when they were hot, roughly what they sell for now. So I've got 3 spec books based on option news, and one that was based on a hotness of a TV show. 2 of them that were actually hot because of TV shows at the time. So we're going to start off with Thundercats #1. Yes, this is still a high-priced book, but it actually has dropped. Okay, we know that we will be getting a movie at some point. But when the news first dropped, the prices went through the roof. But now, the prices have dropped a bit. Raw books are going for $50 to $80. So you can get a decent condition raw book for $50 on Thundercats #1. 9.8s, they were hitting the $2,000 mark at one point. They're down to $1,200. I don't have $1,200. I don't expect anybody else has $1,200, but do the math. 9.6s are then down to $600. 9.2s might be hitting $300 or something like that. Understand that the entire line has gone down. And when this movie does start getting back to popularity, casting, even a trailer, you think about what's going on with Venom right now and Carnage, what's going on with ASM 361. Do I think this will be that? No, it won't be that crazy, but it still will increase in value. Next book on the list, Shadecraft #1. This is not that old. This is just from last year, but this immediately got optioned, I believe, to Netflix. And it doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to make the show, but I think the book is good enough that they're going to. Okay, a lot of times what happens is Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, HBO, they buy the rights to the comic because they want to make sure that nobody else makes that show. Maybe it's too close a story to something that they're already developing. They just lock it up so that way, nobody else can do it. Anyway, Shadecraft, they were, $15 to $25 for Raws. Now, $5 to $15. You can go back and pick up almost at cover price the Shadecraft #1s. And a 9.8 is selling for $80 to $100. Honestly, I think if you could find a 9.8 at $80, given the turnaround time and the cost of getting a book graded these days, I'd grab that. I think that's a steal. I really do. So I think this is too good a story to not make it into a show. Next one on the list, Mystery Girl #1. Honestly, I don't have any clue about this book. I didn't buy it. I don't know of it. But I will not deny the fact that it's getting a lot of attention, and it got a lot of attention. Raws were selling for $25 to $50. Now you can get them for as low as $10. Now, the option news on this was that they had already cast Tiffany Haddish, to the show. If this is true, then it's got a little bit more meat, a little bit more legs to it than some of the other option news. They're not going to cast, get by the option right to lock it up and then cast somebody for it. That means that actually is going to be in development. Now, again, if you can pick up a copy at $10 or 2 copies at $10 a piece, it's really not that big of an investment, a big drain on your wallet to try to potentially get something that could be, decent down the road. And since this is an indie, it's probably going to be a lower print run. So your return on investment, actually, if it does air, could be sizable. So the next 2 are based on TV shows that were on Disney Plus, and one was Truth, number 1, the first appearance of Isaiah. That one, actually, the 9.8s you can get now for as low as 150, and the Raws for as low as 20. Now, I'll be honest, I paid more than that, and I paid more than 20 for the Raw. I think I paid 50, and I sent it off, and I got a 9.6, which was very disappointing. So if you think about the prices of a 9.6 right now and how much I paid for grading and everything, I lost money on that one. That being said, I'm still not getting rid of it. I'm holding on to that because Falcon is now Captain America, and Isaiah's grandson in the comics becomes a major character. I don't think we're done with Isaiah yet in the MCU. I really don't. I think that he has at least some kind of a role in the next Captain America movie, and I think there could be a resurgence of this book in popularity and in price. The next one, boy, did this one shoot through the roof thanks to WandaVision. It's Fantastic Four, number 94, first appearance of Agatha Harkness. Because remember, it was Agatha all along. Oh, man. I was surprised to find out that song actually hit the top 100 on the radio play. I don't listen to radio. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. But if you remember the prices that those books were going for, and now you can secure Raws for $25 to $90, depending upon condition. You can get a high-grade Raw for under $100. And if you think about all the ways that Agatha was used in the comics, and the fact that they didn't kill her, they didn't destroy her, they just put her on the shelf. They really did. Like, we're gonna just in case we use you in the future, everybody knows specifically where you are. I know there's going to be some movie that has her in an end credit scene where they're going to pull her back out and she's going to be a bigger character. Han was too good in the role. She was too much of a fan favorite as far as how much they liked the character. They're going to use that character again. And you get a high-grade copy of Fantastic Four number 94, which is an older FF book. And you know FF books across the board are going to go up when the FF movie starts coming out. This is a win-win. And I have a copy which... maybe it's a 6.5. I got it for a low price in a Raw. I never sent it out for grading or anything, but I'm going to be personally, out of these 5, this is the one that I personally am going to be targeting for a high grade when I get to a show. And speaking of show, I'm going to be giving a reminder here on the 16th of, is it 16th or 15th? Let's look at the calendar real quick. 16th, I was right. It would be nice if I showed up the right day. Calhoun Comic and Toy Convention in Calhoun, Georgia. It's beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning on October 16th. I'm going to try to make sure I look up the address and post that above my head right now so everybody can see it. If I can find the link for it, I'll post that in the comments below. So, other than that, not too much going on. We'll see. The next video is going to be New Comic Book Day, and I will have an announcement for something on that day, and that, thankfully, one way or the other. And I don't want to give out any information, but I think the person involved knows what it is that I'm referring to, or the people involved should know what it's referring to. Hopefully they're actually watching the video. For those of you guys, all 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, that popped onto my impromptu first ever live stream yesterday. Turned out I wanted it to be a test, and it went well. I could see the chat. I could respond. Everything seemed to go pretty decently. I talked to the missus about maybe doing a CGC unboxing live next time we get one, and she got nervous immediately talking about that. Well, we can't edit or we can't cut it. I'm like, it's a CGC unboxing. I don't retake it anyway, because I once I see the grades, I know the grades. But CGC or CBCS, who knows which one I'm actually going to get back first, if any. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I had a lot of fun just discussing these. I rambled really quickly. I'm in a good mood because I got the live stream done, and it made me happy. Yay! So help me build the channel. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, click notifications, share this with your friends as well. Let them know there's a crazy guy over at Ohana Comics that just rambles on and on and on. Thank you for joining me, though. But until the next time we see you, I'm out.